For the finest in vinyl siding, rain gutters, overhangs, storm and replacement windows, even patios and decks, trust in the experts at Ultimate Siding and Gutters. In addition to being licensed and insured, our technicians are also friendly and courteous, performing hassle-free service and installation at affordable rates. Plus, we provide free estimates for commercial and residential structures. Our entire staff will exceed your expectations. For the ultimate in siding, gutters, and much more, call Ultimate Siding and Gutters today.
One area of our business where we impact the local communities pretty heavily is the school systems. So we work for school systems all over the northern part of the state of New Jersey. We operate their water systems, their wastewater systems. We do a lot of their permitting and compliance work, and we ensure that the water that the kids drink is clean. We go out and do the sampling to ensure that it's not contaminated. And we also treat the wastewater that's being generated at a lot of these facilities as well before it gets discharged to the environment. So we are supporting the local community through supporting the boards of education and the local school systems.
Alrighty, everybody, here we are at Simtrax Broadcasting with the Racing Revolution League here on this fine Wednesday night. Actually on a little bit of a hiatus with our other leagues. They have taken off for the 4th, and Doghouse tomorrow is taking off as well. But the Racing Revolution does not quit, and they do not disappoint, as we are at a brand new track, not only for us here in the booth and the drivers out on the track, but even in real life, Chicago Street. This is a very, very interesting course that I believe only Indy cars have a solid time driving around, where it's so easy for them to go and just be able to handle these turns. We're watching Alex Forget out here in that number 19 machine, just absolutely ripping these turns here during qualifying. As there are only about 2 minutes left in qualifying. They're trying to square this thing away, and he's trying to hammer down a great time here. And we are joined here tonight by Stella here in the booth. And talk to me a little bit about Chicago Street here, since we are on the Coastal Financial Dash4Cash Round number 1.
Well, I find Chicago Street to be pretty cool, because it is the only track that has started out as an iRacing track. In 2021, they did like the iRacing Pro Invitational from, quote, Chicago Street. And now the guys got together. They said, that's not too bad. We probably get... And here we are, 2023, and we actually have NASCARs running this, closing the streets off. They only changed a couple of the turns from the actual iRacing thing. So that's pretty cool. It, rather than going the other way around, iRacing is leading the way on this one.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting, as some of these guys, I believe, will be using that tire wall. You see how close Alex Forget cuts to that wall here, and that's going to be a big problem for some of these drivers, is knowing where the right side of your vehicle is. Some guys may get a little happy, make that turn a little too soon, and they're going to ricochet off. If you guys notice the real-life race, these guys ended up turning into a complete traffic jam. There were about 18 cars turned around, and they just it had to come to a yellow flag, and everybody had to get straightened back out to get back out of there. But it is going to be an interesting one here, as qualifying should be wrapping up. Alice Forget trying to nail down at least some solid times here, because we are having a heck of a time. I know one other driver out there, Nick Schell. He is still out there on the track, seeing if he can knock down a solid time. We're going to be looking a little funny here tonight. You can thank old the Europeans for that one. Justice Murphy, appreciate you coming out here. And he says he's ready to see his boy Jacob Sarkovich. If I am not mistaken, Justice Murphy will not be showing up tonight, and neither will the number 14 of Michael Bennett. So a couple of guys are missing out here on tonight, and I'm nervous. I'm nervous about that, because these drivers have got so much to prove and to put out here on the track. And it almost brings the question that always bugs me. I mean, I'm not a big road course guy, but seeing these guys here at Chicago Street, but we're shutting down Chicago Land, I think is kind of what bothers me a little bit. Is I guess we're using what's already there, and they're trying to stack them back up and get it going again. But we'll see. We'll kind of see how this starting lineup's going to go. Right now, Robert Rader, Jacob Surkovich, and Jeremy Burns sitting 1, 2, and 3. That is going to be a great start here for Jeremy Burns, Terry Earhart, and it looks like Kevin Orlando will be starting in that 5th position in his number 27 machine. Moving on through the rest of our field, Alex Forget will be starting 6th. Tay McDonald, and Tay McDonald will be next to Fike. So definitely notice how John Fike made it out here. Mm-hmm. Not too bad. I know. Normally the 09 of John Fike decides to skip out. Caleb Gilbert will be down in 9th next to Brandon Dunford. And Trevor Keith back there, all the way in the number 15 machine. We'll see how he can do moving on through this field, because he's got a lot of work to do getting out front. Travis Gilbert, and it looks like Grant Turner sitting 12th and 13th. Nick Alves. Hopefully Nick Alves will be able to survive this one. 14th position is where he'll be. Parker Johnston, Matthew Robinson, and Devin Hudgens will be starting in the back, starting at that number 84 machine. Few more drivers. Al Likens, check that out. Not too bad seeing Al Likens return back. He has been on a hiatus forever. Yeah. And that number 16 machine, we'll see what kind of candy he's running here tonight. Christopher Schaefer, Grant Thorpe, He's all the way in the back, and I believe he is one of our guys running for the Dash4Cash. We'll bring that up here a little later in the run. And I believe all the way here in the back, the number 6, that should be Jeffrey Israel. Right next to Dylan Smoot, Nick Shell, Joey Beck. He'll be in the number 25 machine all the way in the back, and 24 drivers locked and loaded for this one. Now, Stella, we have been to many off-road, road courses here, and we've never had this much turnout here. This should be pretty interesting here.
Yeah, some very nice attendance tonight. I must agree. I'm wondering if it has to do with the fact that this was originally an iRacing track. Perhaps they've been practicing or working on this one more often and feel more comfortable.
Yeah, it's possible. I would say probably favorite tonight here is probably Jeremy Burns to take it away. Justice is calling out Jacob Surkovich to take this away. Raider's been putting in a boatload of time trying to figure out how he's going to get up to the front. Alice Forget, he's pretty good at the road courses, and I think it's just interesting to see where some of our faster guys, they're actually toward the back of the field here. They're a lot farther back than we expect. I mean, Trevor Earhart, I expect to see him move probably in the first 2 or 3 turns. He's going to slide up and start pushing Raider in the wall here to get on through. That number 21 machine is going to be a man on the move, and we'll see if he can survive out there as long as he can. But already take a look out there, Terry Earhart already rooting on, saying glad to have Stella back. Yes, she is back. And we'll see how it goes. Ted Rekich, our race control here tonight, he'll be taking care of most of the issues from his bird's eye view as these cars follow behind this Porsche car. And Stella, do you have anything how long this track actually is?
Yeah, it's 2.14 miles. Needless to say, it's asphalt, since this is actually the roads of Chicago. They shut down the sidewalks, they shut down the roads. They do the same thing downtown Miami when they run that road course. But we're going to have 12 turns tonight, and it should be pretty good. It's going to be the first ever street race run in NASCAR. Here we go.
Why?
I don't know.
Why? Dale Earnhardt would be rolling over in his grave if he saw this. But give the people what they want.
That's why I'm here.
All right. I got you. Ha ha. All right. Should be a good stack up. Debbie Smith is even rooting out there. Glad to have you back as well. All right, but this is definitely going to be a tough track for some of the drivers out here, and really where this stacks up. I'm interested to see how long they're going to last this out. Stage break will be at lap 10.
Yes.
So the pace car is off, and we are going to wait for Barney in the flag booth. There he goes. We are now under green flag. Raider and Surkovich, talk about shuffling up here. These guys are trying to see where they can fight here, especially toward the back. Look at Earhart. Told you, trying to slide around here on that outside. Now he's back toward the inside, and Surkovich. Good line here. Wow, that rear brake bias is tight. Already sliding through the turns. Looks like a huge check up here. Surkovich might have kissed the wall there just a hair, trying to see if he can fight his way back to the front. Boy, that number 27 car looks a lot like Kynan's paint. Boy, is that? I think is that Kynan's paint? Oh no!
Oh, and we are missing parts.
Alice Forget is on the roof.
My heavens. I did not see that coming. Oop, bloop.
That might be it for his night.
Well, there are no fast repairs tonight. There will be 5 sets of tires and, 50 laps total. But remember, too, that stage break you were talking about? We're not going to have that stoppage and caution at the stage break. We'll just determine who wins the stage, so for points.
I think the other person that was involved in that was Jeremy Burns.
No.
Yes. Yeah, that was, boy, yeah, he might be having some problems. That looks like that left front might have had a good bit of damage to it. Let's see as he comes around. I think the fender's missing. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yo.
That did not help.
All right. So now they're marking that wreck as they're calling it the Berube now.
No.
All right, so I guess if you land on the lids, it's a Berube. But you win about the All About Barrels trophy if you smash into the ones heading into pit road. And you can thank Justice Murphy for that one.
Yeah, but Berube started that.
That he did. Kind of took his whole race out here, and we're seeing a lot of drivers trying to figure out how to kind of combat this. All right, a couple drivers working their way down pit road now.
I imagine when we have missing parts out on the track, that's pretty rough.
I think Smoot is already working his way down, 34 seconds off pace. Boy, talk about all right. Wow.
All right, well.
We are going to stay under green.
Yes.
Yes, we are. All right, let's get back up front to where the 21 machine is. Oop, little nudge to the wall. Man, it has twice. I went to him in qualifying, and he hammered the wall, and then I catch him here. Going through one of these turns and kind of popping the wall here just a little bit. Like I said, I do want to, I hope you guys will forgive me, a little bit of issue with our production company. It makes it look all fancy there on the side. Has decided to throw in the towel for tonight, but we have gone over and determined to figure out how we can get that done. Let me see if I can, Wayne Lowe's asking for a replay here. He's going to test me. He wants to test me. Let me see if I can find something here.
All right.
I know. I'm going to pray for this one. I'm hoping I can do this.
Hey, we're out here. We're on air. Until about 3 minutes before y'all saw it go live tonight on YouTube or wherever you're watching, there was nothing. He pulled a rabbit out of his hat for y'all tonight.
I got to admit, there's something else that happens out here. I know. Let me try to find Parker here. Something happens to Parker, and I think he gets the Justice Murphy trophy here. Let's see.
No.
Yep. Hold on. He had something here. He came up and then ended up spinning. Right there.
Oh. Yep.
And then
Okay.
Hold on.
Oh. Okay, no harm, no foul.
Hold on. Oh,
That was splendid.
Yeah, he came back. No, Parker ended up getting in a boatload of trouble there. I got to find where the 19 kind of, where he gets obliterated here. And it's not exactly the best for the number 19 machine here at Alice Jet. And I'm hoping I can find something to kind of figure out what the heck happened here, because this is nasty. It's a nasty hit. It really is. I mean, it's kind of sad of what happens here. Let me see if I can find something top view here. All right, Wayne Lowe, this is for you.
Yeah, pieces and parts flying everywhere.
Right? Oh, he Denny Hamlined it. Straight into the tires.
Oh, my.
Fike returning the favor from the last Speedway race these two got into. 73 at Tay McDonald. His windshield's cracked now, and that is going to do it for Alice Forget here. Wow.
Yeah, I give it to the fortitude of everyone coming back week after week. When you go and you practice all week and you make it like 2 laps and that's it. But next week you gotta come back and do it again.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
Oh, yeah. Justice is saying Smoot got a piece of the All About Barrels award. Wayne Lowe said this is also why he skipped this. I would probably say there is not a good, solid part of this track where I know I'm like, this is where we need to be. Absolutely not. There's just, there's going to be too much going on out here.
Yep, people everywhere.
I do have to know the kind of paint here. I've got to know. Because that is... There's something to this. Something tells me he either lost a bet or got something here.
How do you get someone else's paint?
He's able to obtain it another way.
Okay.
He's able to obtain it another way, but he's going to be mad if it's not Kynan's paint out there. He's going to be real mad, real mad about that.
Oh. Well, I see the anime people on
Yeah,
the side.
well,
and
the
the
anime
hood.
and the purple and the... Oh, boy. All right. Let's get on
Maybe-
through. Right now, Kevin Orlando's still sitting third. Raiders first. Trevor Earhart second. John Fike rolls in at third. Tay McDonald, not too bad, sitting fifth. And Brandon Dunford, not too bad by him in the number 56 machine, moving his way on up onto the track. But he is under fire right now, it looks like, by the 54, Caleb Gilbert. Gilbert all over his rear bumper here. I'm looking to see if Caleb's going to have a little something for him. Jacob Sirkovich has dropped back to that 8th spot. Grant Turner is 9th, and Trevor Keith sitting 10th. Now, I've got to wonder, you know, where in the world Grant Thorpe is. You know, I'm kind of waiting to see if Thorpe's going to turn up here as we're looking at our top 10 drivers. Oh, man, Caleb Gilbert, what a turn. Little too hungry on that one. Sling's already through. He loses 2 spots because of that one. I guarantee he's over the radio cussing about that one.
Well, Sirkovich, I think tonight is our sole BDE Motorsports representative.
I believe so.
Yeah, because if Justice is in Vegas and Wayne is out there in the chat, which we know you don't do when you're driving, I don't see Brandon Richardson. So Jacob is our lone representative.
Yeah. This chat is tearing me up something fierce. Right now, Kevin is trolling out there. And he said Trevor cut half a second off that last lap. I know I am keeping an eye up there toward the top. 1.2 is what he shaved down. Raiders trying to see if he can extend it and try to keep it back a little bit. I would say we're up to almost 10 seconds by the time we get back to Kevin Orlando. So right now, only guys in contention. Almost looks like Justice Murphy here and Jeremy Burns that we saw at Sonoma. So it's the same sort of deal here. We got 2 guys driving away with this one. Trying to get it going. Wayne, come on, man. Stella, are you seeing that out there in the YouTube chat? These guys are I can't. Moving on. Let's see if we can find Nick Alves. Let's see how Nick Alves has been doing. He's been trying to fight his way back to the front. 11th spot for him. There's Grant Thorpe sitting 13th. He's working his way up.
Oh.
Man. Yeah, trying to see if these guys are going to be able to survive the rest of this race. I don't know, you know, when these guys get going here, if this is going to be really their race. I mean, I know a lot of guys have been saying it like Wayne Lowe. He said he didn't come here just because of this, these problems here. But, you know, it's just more what you see.
Well, this is just a different kind of fireworks tonight, that's all.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, I tell you, one of the very first times I was here, you guys were doing a road course, and Robert Rader, I was so surprised, because until that point, I had just been watching him win and win and win. And this road course, I think he thought the sand was the track, because he couldn't go around a turn without being off into the landscape. So to see him up here tonight, running first, is you know, a nice change of pace to see.
Yeah, he spent a lot of time trying to make sure, you know, he's working up. You know, he's continuing on to this one. I would almost wonder how much fuel these guys can do. You know, can they make it the entire the entire time to see if they can do a little bit here? I don't know. Are they going to need a pit? You're saying we're not having to stop on lap 10.
Not at
They're going
10,
to continue.
no.
So they take the top 10 and give them the stage points,
Yes.
but continue on. I mean,
Yes.
when does that fuel window open? You know, I'm
When they
trying to
run
see.
out.
Yeah, well, when will that be? So Justice is saying somewhere between 16 and 18 laps here.
We
You're
go.
saying Justice in Vegas. He's still sober here, so we're getting pretty good information out of Justice.
You counting on that?
Maybe. He starts getting pretty rough on here. It's gonna be the All About Beer one here. Oh no, Tay McDonald.
It's around. Oh, there we go.
That went good. Let's see what happened to Tay. Let's see if I can find out how to... kind of what did this for. It kind of did him in here.
We may not have the most bumping broadcast tonight, but I have to agree out there that this has to be the best chat of the season. Oh.
Yep.
That looks like that scene in what was it? The Spy Who Shagged Me? Where he gets stuck in the corridor?
Yeah. Let's
If
see if Tay's cussing out there.
Uh-oh. Nope.
Oh. Look at the sequential shifting. Hand off the wheel. See, that's what I love about being able to get a hold of these cameras. I mean, you're getting a little piece here. I mean, notice how he's having to let go of the wheel. Some of these guys, I guarantee, are using slap shifters. Yeah, or paddles in the back. I know when I was racing the next gens, I was actually having to use my radio control buttons because I have a 15-inch simplified wheel. So, boy. Yeah, you see how he's having to off the wheel, then go back. He's fighting the force feedback. Holy cow. I give it to Tay here, holding it still a top 15, though, because, man, that is going to wear him out for this race. Holy cow.
Burning calories while doing this is not a bad thing.
I guess. But I want to say the guy on the move here, Nick Alves, has moved himself up to that 10th position. Right now, he's got Trevor Keith within his sights.
That's up 4, I think, right?
Yeah, Grant Turner will be moving here. I think he either started 14th or 16th here.
Yep, 14th.
Yep, right now Earhart's still holding about a second and a half behind Raider. Raider's still pulling away with this one. DeSwamp is saying, where's the 19? Where is he at? Man, I got to find out who DeSwamp is because he was out there talking so much trash last time here in the chat that saying he decided to come to a road course and elected not to turn right. So...
Right. We should have 9 people being able to be viewed at their activity tonight.
Oh, God. I hope.
Well, that is except for Mr. Berube.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd show that. It might be an empty seat right about now.
I hope. We'll see. Let me see if we can get this fired off here. Yeah, we're gonna have a couple guys that are a little wound up here. There we go. Raider the sleeveless. Nah.
Oh, he doesn't have his blue Lucky shirt on.
Oh, no. Look at Alves. Alves just took it out. Right in front of Travis Gilbert here. Whoop. I think Trevor Keith is his next person. Wow, he gets hot in that turn. Well, I'm looking at also Nick Alves here on the left side. Look at the net. It is not an easy... You see how bumpy that track is?
I'm kind of surprised, but then again, I mean, if they did DC, it'd be worse.
Yeah. You can look at Matt Robinson, and you can see how bad that thing is shaking his screen. So he's getting some feedback there.
I hope he's not up against the thing. He'll knock all his cars off.
Travis almost slid off there. Wow.
Yeah, I think Tay might be the only one with a shifter like that.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody else taking their hands off the wheel.
Yeah, because you can see Trevor over there. You see he's using the paddles.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That didn't look good.
Nope.
Yep. And got a little shake of the head.
You know what that means. Get out of there. Get out of there. We got to... he is fighting some front-end damage on the front of that 73 there. That is going to be... boy, as long as that doesn't cause any kind of overheat problems for Tay McDonald here, it's been up pretty bad.
Yeah. I've seen the back of trucks get bent in like that, but usually not the front of cars.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's a way to Might be an idea. See if we can ride along with somebody and see out there kind of what it looks like, you know?
All that bumping?
Yeah, maybe we'll see if we can ride with Trevor here. Let me see if we can find a little something. See if we can kind of,
Oh.
Huh. Oh. Yeah, Justin's out there saying this thing is like a rumble strip out there.
Huh.
He said this thing is rough as a cob, so.
I'm sorry. Yeah, well, you need to bring Wayne into the booth one of these times. Oh my.
Yeah, it's been a thought, but once we started having the discussion about communism, I started getting nervous.
Ah.
Man,
Yeah.
that is such a bumpy road. I gotta give it to Trevor here. You know, we're riding along with him, and he is reeling in Rob here. He's still got him down to a second now, so we've taken another half a second off of Raider. I just wonder if Raider's getting tired. You know?
I don't. Yeah, well, it's definitely, this is a much more active course, I guess you could call it. Having to navigate, you know, all these different turns, all the different angles, then if somebody's in your way, versus like a Talladega.
Wow. Except right there, look how far he gets away. Yeah, whatever it is, Trevor might have to dig in to kind of.
Ooh. Yeah, but tagging the wall isn't going to help Rob.
Look at that. Another half second just through that turn. So if Trevor can narrow down that one turn you see he's battling with here a little bit, you know, if he can figure that out, I think he's going to have Rob behind him instead in front of him. It's looking pretty good there. Justice likes your idea, but he said it might be the best and worst idea you have ever had out there. Notice that brake bias here. I would question at any point of these guys changing any of the bias out here on the track while they drive, you know. You add front to these couple of turns, move it back for another. I know when I did like Circuit of the Americas, I would adjust my bias as I would go, but I think the only person we really ask is either Parker or Justice on that one, seeing how well they did at that track. See if we can find Kevin Orlando. Let's see how he's doing back here. I think he's under fire with Jacob Sorkovich. Sorkovich having a hard time. Boy. Pretty tight here. Kevin Orlando trying to get away here. That is not. Yikes. Right there. Here's the pass. Sorkovich on the inside. Fantastic move.
Oh, beautiful. No touch me either.
Yeah, now Kevin already out of. Trying to get out of sorts here and trying to run him back down. But that looks like Sorkovich has been able to come back after some trouble he had earlier in the run.
Yeah, he's back almost where he started, I think, yes? I know. What? Oh. I was reading what
Justice turn
Justice
that
said.
chat off. I can't watch this all night.
No!
Good Lord.
That's good stuff. No, but Justice was saying it's not physically hard, except, you know, if you have all those machines on your seat and all, you know, it'll give you a pretty good ride. But, you know, I think what Patrick was referring to is you can be physically tired just because you're mentally tired. And you were saying it's the hardest road course mentally because you can't make a mistake without damage. So that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah. Somebody really hasn't made any mistakes yet. Back to Nick Alves here in the 24th, 8th position now, looking for 7th.
Nice.
So not. Oh yeah. Give him that little nudge from the back. Grant Turner in the 06 about to end up with definitely a bumper full of Nick Alves here. Alves starting to push him along. Alves wants to move just a little bit faster. Seeing right now that Raider and Trevor Earhart have broken away by 22 seconds off the rest of the field. And Fike's sitting for a top 3. Not too shabby here by those two guys.
Nah.
Oh yeah, K Doggy was out here. He's from the I got a lot of guys. I got K-Doggy out here. He's from the Doghouse Racing
Oh,
League. We
the
got
Candyman's here.
Yeah, Sports Crazy Boys from Mr. Daniel Holloway from the Graceland Shootout Series. Glad to see you here. Holy cow, we got a bunch of people from the Racing Revolution League here as well. Oh! Man, Alves capitalizes again. 7th position, and away he goes.
All right.
Boy, he has been on the move here. Really awesome job here for Alves. Now, Stella, talk to me a little bit here about this this Coastal Financial Dash4Cash.
Well, tonight there's $50 up for the 4 drivers that came in, well, 1, 2, 3, and 4 of last race. And that'd be Matthew Robinson, Rob Rader, Grant Thorpe, and Caleb Gilbert. So whoever comes in the highest place will be receiving a little bit of dough from Coastal Financial.
Yeah, from what I know, it was about $50, I think, is what they were saying for the highest finisher will end up with $50 there. And I think somebody's also chipped in that if anybody not top 10 in the points can win this race, that'll be a possibility. But right now, that is not looking like a possibility as Raiders out front this entire race here so far.
But I think it would probably put probably John Fike and Sirkovich in that category. But the top 2 would kind of have to forget themselves.
It could be a possibility here. All right, let's take a peek up here back at the lead. Earhart trying to see if he can still run him down. Gets within 3/10 and then loses almost a second again. So right now he almost gets there. Oh! Hey, pit stops. Let's see how it goes. Boy, that's got to be weird.
What?
Just how they're kind of pitting here. This is
Oh.
You saw just the intersection, and we got guys down pit road. Here we go. See how they're kind of in tandem here? Let's see what we get. Wait for it. Wait.
Because to me, oh.
Yeah.
To me, what looks very odd is the fact that they're on the right-hand side. Those pits were like backwards.
Indy style.
Ah.
Let's keep this going. I know Watkins Glen is the same way.
And Justice Murphy was spot on. I mean, he said expects between 16 and 18 laps for them to come in to pit. And there you go. I mean, 17, and we got the leaders coming down. So
Oof.
we may have to listen to Justice now and then.
Yeah, we probably should. Well, look at Rader. Look at the distance he has now. Over second and a half. Boy, he got to jump out of pit lane. Whatever happened here, he launched. Took off. Take a look back there at Earhart. All right, so lap 17 is when Rader and Earhart came down into pit. I believe Fike did as well. Let's see where in the world Fike ended up. Fike was sitting 3rd. Fike all the way down to 7th, 45 seconds off pace. Yikes. Not good, not good. Yeah, it's the I rating up there, all the little K's, my bad. Like I said, guys, this tonight has been, I'm happy we have a tower. We'll just say that. Said our guys over at STK and their fine application has decided to spit
Take
the
a
bit
dump.
here. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry.
As we go 11th place, taking a look back here at Grant Turner. Trying to see how well he's doing. Trying to make sure we get a little eyeball on everybody out here. Yeah, but noting out there that they still have a 7-second gap as they go out. I know,
Yeah.
Alice Forget, he was not able to return. Al Likens, I think he got obliterated. He's out of the race.
Oh.
Yeah, Al Likens was in. He was back out. I think Nick Shell is out of the race. Devin Hudgens, the 84 machine, he's down 4 laps right now. I believe
So is Jeremy.
Yeah.
Chris Schaefer down 2.
Now remember Burns, he was the one who took the lick there from Alice Forget.
Yes.
So he ended up with that left front fender damage. He got enough where he could still turn that car. And let's see if they can get back going here. This is pretty rough. Chris Schaefer, number 23, he is down 2 laps right now, down pit road. Ooh, look at that. First person we've caught taking tires.
Yep.
Huh.
4.
Well, hopefully I'll assist him later on here tonight. Let's see if Jeffrey Israel. He's down 4 laps. I don't know if he is actually...
Where are we?
If he's still moving.
Slink.
I don't think I hear the engine on. Might not be good. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Oh, man. All right, let's get back out there where Nick Alves is under fire, trying to take out John Fike, but Tay McDonald wants some more out there. So this is the battle for 7th, 8th, and 9th. Grant Thorpe and Grant Turner, 10th and 11th. Try not to get those confused there, Stella. I know 77 in the 06, but we'll try to keep those guys straight. Let's see how this goes as they pass on through. Looks like they're going to put Kevin Orlando behind him here. Orlando coming down pit. Boy, what a rough track. What a rough track. I mean, and I think what gets me is, like, as soon as you enter one of these turns, it bumps you. And I'm wondering if that's like, try to get it.
There's a track like that has that almost a launching ramp kind of speed bump. That if you are on that turn and you hit it, and you're not lined up already, where is that? I mean, you just get sent.
Yeah.
No, what gets me, not so much the Grant Thorpes and Grant Turners, it's the 6 and the 06. You know, that these guys get me with. So.
Taking a look here, Jacob Sirkovich, way off pace again. 36 seconds off. And Justice is guessing that Sirkovich here may have taken tires. Might have made a mistake. I would love to tell you what the pit time is.
But?
Yeah, we're doing this old school. I don't have all the nice juicy goodies this time. All right, Raider. Out front by over 4 seconds now. Earhart may be having some trouble. I don't know if he's going to be able to catch him here. Boy.
Yeah.
And, I think some people were kind of rally capping for a Berube moment.
Oh.
Unless both of them flip on their lids, this is going to be the race for these guys. And this is where I pitch in and say, you know, and I'll always put my 2 cents, and it's always I am the rock in the stream here. This is what I like about stages.
Woo.
Clump these guys back up and let them have another shot at it. Right now, we are looking at 2 drivers that are off the field by 37 seconds.
Yes.
I mean, that is, I mean, that's almost the whole track here. I mean, guys are just unable to catch back up. All right, let's go through a top 5. Robert Rader leading every lap of this race so far. Trevor Earhart in tow, trying to run him down. Jacob Sirkovich sitting 3rd. Caleb Gilbert and Travis Gilbert, 4 and 5. Moving on through, Nick Alves sitting 6th. Tay McDonald is 7th. John Fike, he's battling through there, trying to see if he can get back up a little, at least back top 5. Grant Thorpe sitting 9th, and Grant Turner is 10th right now, though. Each one of these guys 6th on back, almost 5th on back here in a moment. If Travis Gilbert doesn't pick up the pace here, we'll be at least a minute behind. So this is going to be pretty tough. Taking a look here, the Candy Man is asking me to put him in. He is ecstatic. He wants to join here in the broadcast. Good Lord.
I am looking up. They've got. I know there should be. Ah, I see. I was looking to see if I could find a lap time, like a Record? Lap time?
Yeah, well, how do you do that? They've only raced it here once.
Well, then that should be the lap time. But it's gonna take me a second because your SDK is not the only thing that's having a bit of trouble tonight.
Excellent. Excellent. I like the where this is going here.
No. No. I am quite put out.
Yeah, maybe some of these drivers are going to be able to kind of reel somebody in here. I will say Trevor is starting to make up some more time again. I don't know if he has the entire run in here, if he's going to be able to run them down. It's just not looking... See if I can figure out a little something here.
Aha! 1 minute, 29 seconds.
Let me see if I can do it while you've been doing that.
They can do, yeah, they can do this lap, fastest official race lap record, of course, as of July of 2023. Was done by Shane, the winner last week, in, yes, 1 minute and 29 seconds. So some of these guys are bumping, getting lapped in quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Oh, yeah. Well, Raider has his fastest time of a 1:27.530.
Impressive. I like it. We need to put that in there and let them know. So, hey, that's pretty good. You got that thing out there.
Yeah, I'm trying.
I know.
Sure difficult, man. I think I can even find when they pit back on. Oh, there we go. That's the lap they pit on. So Raider,
Hey.
everybody pit back on lap 7, and Sirkovich did as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish I could find the time.
So Tay McDonald and Travis Gilbert are going to be a little early. Okay. Ooh. There's some bumpy stuff. Come on, Jeremy.
Yeah, trying to see if they can get them rolling here. I know there's definitely some guys trying to battle a little faster here. Definitely would wonder if any kind of fuel mileage is going to come into play later on in this run. I would say Raider and Earhart can still come down and pit before Sirkovich or Caleb is able to catch him. Oof.
Come up to them, yeah.
Yeah,
They could go in, get their oil changed, get their gas filled, get their tires done. Maybe even get a little new windshield strip off, and then go out.
Yeah. Trying to see if I can find any way to nix some of this stuff here.
Yeah, the rating. Give you room for something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see how well this is going to go.
Looks like Nick Alves and Tay McDonald are having a little bit of a battle. They've changed places with each other twice now. Okie dokie. Oh. I didn't know anybody could see that.
Yeah, I'm trying to fiddle with it here a little bit. I'm sorry, I'm having a little bit of trouble out here trying to make things work.
No more fiddling.
Let's keep this going on here. All right, keeping an eye here on Tay McDonald. Tay McDonald trying to get run down by Nick Alves. Alves seems to stay out in front of him. No problem for that number 24 car here tonight. They did say he did have one mistake here. I know it's probably a little off topic, though. Stella, the thing you push in a grocery store is called a what?
Cart.
Okay, you call it a cart. Some
I call it a
Southerners call it a buggy. Mr. Alves does not call it either one.
Correct. But in England, they also call it a trolley.
Yeah, well, I don't know how many people call it a carriage.
I don't know anybody but Nick.
There you go. Yeah, I guess that's the only mistake he's going to be making here tonight. Right now, the 24 machine gets around. Tay McDonald sitting there for that 6th position. He's got to make up another 5 or 6 seconds here to kind of run down Travis Gilbert. And right now, I'm impressed right now at really 2 drivers. No, 3.
Yep.
Raider leading this race by 10 seconds.
Okay.
Nick Alves making it here for a solid top 10, almost battling here for possible fifth shot. And Jacob Sirkovich sitting right now in 3rd position.
Yep.
I mean, right now there are only 3 drivers on this track that are not behind by at least a minute. And Tay McDonald, boy, he is...
No, he is not going to give up that spot
No, he
easily.
is not.
That's
No,
what
he
I'm
is
saying.
not.
There was a battle between these two. Whoever's on the inside line on these turns seems to take it. And so they're trading off like 6 times in a lap. Wow.
Yeah, we'll take a little ride along here with Nick. I do want to mention, look at that, he's got a mirror full there of Grant Thorpe as well. Right now, I've got to, if you kind of take into account a little bit, Nick has been under fire all night. I mean, he has been racing around people all night. He hasn't been all by himself or strung out there a little bit. I mean, like Jacob Sirkovich, he's got nobody around him for at least 15 seconds, front or back. So, he's able to run his race and kind of do his thing here. But we are there, Justice, I can't do that.
No.
I know radioactive is possibly available. I just don't know what will come of it to see if anything would happen.
Woo, nice. Sorry, that was a great maneuver.
Yeah, let me see if we can
Find out what happened.
see if we can find any kind of radio chatter out there.
Oh, I was looking at the person that was sideways on the track.
Yep. Boy, look at Nick here. Waiting to see if Nick's gonna get him here.
Yeah, where's our Blake Simpson out there? He's always rooting for
Grant?
Grant Thorpe. Yep. And here he is. He's in 6th now. He's made a pretty good move. What happened to Tay? He's gone.
Hey, what lap was stage?
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Sorry.
too bad, but fun racing with you, Nick.
Oh.
That's good. Well, you hear a little bit there, guys. Kind of a little bit of that radio chatter. They're kind of rooting each other on there. Quick fuel and go there for Tay McDonald. Tay, he's going to come down for a quick stop, sling back out there, and maybe see if he can extend his run here and get back at it. We were talking originally kind of how this fuel mileage is going to go. I would probably question. I mean, it definitely feels like a 3-stopper. I just don't know when that's going to happen, or when they're going to have to lay down some of that time here. But this race being absolutely dominated here by the 53 machine of Robert Rader. I know some of the drivers out there would love for me to pull Rader into the booth and see if I can talk to him about slowing down or something, but I'm not going to mess his race up. Right now, this is probably one of the best road course races I've seen him have a possibility of winning here.
Yes.
Yeah, where is John Fike? I think that is Fike up here battling along. Yep. Looks like Fike, Grant Turner. It looks like Grant Turner might be going a lap down here in just a moment. 06 down pit. So that's going to put Grant Turner down a lap. So it's pretty bad when you got your guy in the lead has already started lapping the guys in the top 10.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, out of 24 drivers, 8 are on the lead lap.
8.
Yep. Boy, what a great turn. Well, he's able to carry that speed on the exit of that turn, but he's gonna slice the nose of Fike off here.
Wow, sure did.
Yeah, no can do. Fike's got to move. Raiders still into the lead on this one.
He has not gained any more, but 10 seconds is a heck of a... Oh, is he coming in?
No, we're not down the pit road yet.
Oh, okay.
Take a look here, top side. Boy, look how close these guys get to that wall. And notice how Raiders not slipping and sliding around here. That car is tacked on there pretty well, so the rubber buildup may be a lot more prevalent out there and working a lot better.
Yeah, but take a look at those brakes. They are on fire.
Oh, yeah. I think he's having to be real hard on the brakes, get that car slowed down. Make sure he's able to tack up and make that turn. Obviously, you see what happens when guys carry speed in a little too hard and slide around. Man, that is looking pretty good.
Yeah, nice and tight on that inside.
Yeah, so right now we're trying to take a look at Element X Racing here. Raider is into the lead. I'm looking for Caleb Gilbert. Caleb Gilbert in the 54. Right now he is sitting fourth. Jeffrey Israel, I think he is down and out for this race, sitting 17th. And then Jeremy Burns, still down 4 laps here, but he's still rocking it in that number 9.
Points are points.
Yeah. Hey, not too bad on the paint scheme.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got the red, white, and blue. I like that. Looks like he's getting ready to run down smooth.
Giving it the old college try.
Ha
Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here all week.
All righty. Daniel Holloway, no fast repairs. The only time you get a fast repair is when, Stella?
On a super speedway.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Right? Or how about when they tell you to, you can.
Yeah. Take a look out there. BDE is having more chatting out there than they do racers on the track. Let's see if we can find performance motorsports out there. Right now, Matthew Robinson, he's back here down a lap, sitting 12th. We saw how Nick Alves was doing. Nick Alves doing a fantastic job sitting 6th. So he's been on a great run here tonight. If I am not mistaken, I think that might be it there for our guys at Performance Motorsports. Alice Forget, he ended up eating it, and then Bennett didn't show up here tonight.
Right, but we have Matthew Robinson out here. Do we not?
Yeah, we took a look at Robinson here.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was saying. He's down a lap, sitting 12th.
No justice. You can't be in the chat and on the track.
Why? Why?
Because you should never text and drive.
You enforce the rules for some, but not for all? Boy,
We
I
are
see
not-
where this is going.
No one here is arbitrary or capricious.
Look how close he gets that.
Oh, yeah.
This is Matthew Robinson here. Holy cow.
Okay, how many of us just did the Grant Thorpe body English? Lean it over. Turn, lean it over. There we go. Yeah, you can't help it.
Justice is saying Ben is in Tennessee this week. Tell him to come this way so I can give him a good liver check.
Oh.
Coming out here missing this race. Boo. I was going to say, Stella, do you remember last season who
No.
ended up taking their rig with them to race
Oh, and hooked it up on Grandma's dining room table.
and didn't want to miss it?
Oh, I remember but don't tell me what. Yeah, but I,
No, I
I
can't
remember
if it
them
was
talking
Fike
about
or
it.
Daryl Johnson. It was somebody. No, because somebody wanted to make sure they made the playoffs.
Ah.
I don't think it was Alex Kenton. Man, that's gonna bug me.
That's okay. Justice will pop in here, I'm sure, and let us know.
Yeah. Yep. All right, Coev Burns out there, kind of. Yeah, it was John Fike. See, I knew. One of these days, you're gonna check out my brain. Somebody out there kind of rooting on Jeremy Burns here, saying that Brube didn't get in a tangle up there. I would say kind of where that mashup did happen. If you look in real life how these guys ended up, I think Brube may have been able to make it back if he didn't end up
Yeah.
on the lid.
And if a rooster carried a 45, a snake wouldn't mess with him either.
Uh-huh. I know, and the worst part was I think Jeremy Burns was asking for a ride along and a crank it up session with him. But I would say at least it looks like his car's back together in one piece. He spent some definitely a decent amount of time down pit. That car looks pretty good shape now.
Some quality time with the pit crew.
Yeah, they're kind of hoping Mama Burns will be on the on the podcast. I don't think she much cares for the 19 at all. Oh, we got another car there in pieces. Good Lord. Who's that that's all butchered up? Is that Brandon Dunford? Yeah, it is.
My.
Yeah, and the Mobile One machine, he is missing the front end of that. Whoa.
Now, he's driving just fine. His aerodynamics may be a little off, but does he end up with the meatball flag?
Possibly if it's slowing down enough to endanger him or other racers on the track. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that is also our friend Jacob Sirkovich is down pit.
Okay. What's growlable?
Well, let's see where Robert Rader is. I'm trying to see if I can find him. There he is. Not missing a beat here. Good Lord.
Oh, yeah, these guys are in rare form out here tonight. Both on the track and in the chat.
Look at this.
Yes.
I'm watching Raider here. I'm just impressed. I mean, you see how close to the wall and cuts it back to the left here. This is him running down Grant Turner here.
Wee.
Round he goes.
All right.
That's 3 laps down now. Raider talking over the chat saying, appreciate it, bud. Trevor Earhart. He's just slung by Fike there in the Bucky's machine.
He's holding his. Never mind. I was going to say he's holding his 10-second gap, but just as I open my mouth, it goes to 11.
Oh, yeah. The Candyman is asking to join the league.
Yes.
Nah. I would say they do not road course all the time. They do follow the NASCAR league, the
Yes.
real life schedule. So there are definitely a couple of stipulations to the racing here. Yeah, definitely when they kind of poke out there and start deciding to do different things. Last week, if you guys remember, we were at Nashville for the Music City 200. Tonight is the Coastal Financial Dash4Cash. And then we head to the Atlanta Super Speedway next week. Pretty excited about that. 130 laps for the Slurp 200. That will also be part of the Coastal Financial Dash4Cash as well. $50 per race to the highest finisher. Right now, Raider, unless he explodes, has got this one in the bag. For this one. Definitely we have, I believe, at least a couple couple more road courses. We'll have Watkins Glen when we reach all the way out into August, and then all the way into October, we should have the Charlotte Roval. So, a couple more road courses. I know a couple of these guys are pretty wore out of some of them, especially when they were at Sonoma and then at Gateway.
Yeah. we had a little rebellion going on there.
Oh yeah. Well, let's not forget Coda all the way back up there in March.
Yes.
For the Earhart Group 116. So that was yeah. These guys I probably would say are getting pretty road coursed out, but that almost seems to be where NASCAR is heading. Is more into these road courses, with single lug wheels, sequential shifting, and now road courses. It's very interesting, but I would say, I like them sticking to the circle track, sticking to a lot of the pit strategies and things like that, and that's a lot of what you see. Earhart, notice how Earhart's got a little bit of damage to the front nose of this machine. I wonder if he got caught up with somebody earlier in the run. Yeah, he's got a good little dent. The front splitter all pushed back at least to the radiator a little bit. Hopefully we'll be able to stay alive here right now. Only the top 4 drivers are on the lead lap. Boy, that's crazy to say, you know what I mean?
Yeah, at a minute 16, it might not be that way for long. I mean, we may lose a couple more.
Yeah. Well, I know the Racing Revolution is looking to open up on a Monday league, a GT3 league, to open up on Mondays. They're still in construction, I would say, and recruiting has taken place. Teams are being built. Definitely, of course, the rule book and everything else and where they're going to go is still in pencil. We'll still see how that plays out. I would probably say kind of a peek at what we'll see is Road America, Daytona, Lime Rock. They'll be at the Glen. They'll be at Le Mans. They'll be at Sebring. So tracks like that is a lot. If you are into, if they're kind of into road course, and that may be the better choice out there. I don't know 100% on the machines. I think they were
just
talking
gonna say,
Ferrari on some of them, I believe.
What's a GT3? Is it the car or the league or the race tracks?
I think it should be. I believe it's 3 different classes race on the same track, but it should be pretty close. So I think it's like I've seen where. Don't take my word for it. Like you'll have the NASCAR Next Gens, you'll have Indies out there, and then you'll have like Cadillacs out there racing. Or I've seen like Fords and Cadillacs and Hondas out there racing, but you only really race for your class, and then it's not an amount of laps, it's amount of time. Uh-oh. Hold on a sec. Is that Fike? Uh-oh. Oh, I think Fike took a hit. Oh, Fike took a hit. There is a massive damage.
Yeah.
To the edge of that car.
He may be able to limp around and get in the pits.
Yeah, but I think we need to find out what caused Mr. Fike here to be all bent up, because he may have taken a hard hit here. Yeah, it looked like everything was A-okay. I did see him come down pit and try to square that car away. Yeah, he's still with a bunch of problems here. Trying to see where he made connection. I think he's been hitting the wall a couple of times here. Yeah, trying to see. At least see you kind of see the hood bent up. This is almost 2 laps ago. So he's been kind of smashed up a couple of times here.
Still game, though.
Yeah, still straight here. This is where he's coming down pit. So he's got a lot of damage. But it looks like he's able to straighten it up. Comes back out of pit. And now he's broken. I
So I
think
got
that
an
might do it
answer
for
to-
Fike's night. That was it right there. Oh, Fike down and out. Looks like 22nd is where he's going to place here tonight. 37 laps down.
Yeah.
How many drivers are still alive?
Without a power, I can't tell you.
Grant Thorpe is still doing okay.
Yep, he's in 5th. Nick is in 6th. Trevor Keith is
Brandon
in
Dunford
7th.
still rocking it. Yes. So Raider, Earhart, Sirkovich, Caleb Gilbert, and Grant Thorpe rounding out our top 5. Nick Alves down to lap sitting 6th. Trevor Keith is 7th. Matthew Robinson sitting in that 8th position. Brandon Dunford is 9th. And Dylan Smoot rounding out our top 10. But top 10, AVR is now starting to get a second lap down. Earhart's out there by 11 seconds. But right now, Daniel out there is saying that there's a possibility if Fike got the meatball flag, had to come in for some repairs. Are looking at Matthew Robinson here with a massive, massive front end damage here that we're seeing.
That's not good news for performance.
Now, might have another machine down here for the night. Right now, Nick Alves seems to be keeping the fenders on his. Little damage there to the left front, though. Fortunately, I can say it doesn't look like we'll have a pileup that involves, about 15 cars and then nobody can move. So I had to throw out a yellow flag and then reshuffle everybody back out there. So that might still be a possibility. Guys in luck.
And we are now looking at only our top 4 on the lead lap.
Still pretty tough. I'm also looking at is how many laps we got left to go. I mean, we're getting pretty close. I mean, Raider right now has only got 10 laps left to go in this race.
Yes.
And he's got this thing squared away, and still he may be able to pit depending on the fuel savings here. Some of these guys have come down pit more than once. And Raider may have to come down one last time. And if he does, he needs to try to come out with more speed. He's got to figure out how to get away from Trevor Earhart because Earhart only may be behind by 11 seconds. But
you don't think Trevor will have to come in too? I mean, they both came in at the same time the first time.
Trevor has been saving fuel. He may be able to pass him, so we'll see. Right now, that would be huge, but I would say if there's anything and Raider comes down, it's going to be a splash enough to get him to the end.
Oh, yeah.
He'll run out of fuel when it comes to burnouts. There won't be anything left.
Well, Trevor just lost 2 seconds in the last 2 turns. 3 seconds. 4 seconds. What is happening? If he's run out of gas, I'm going to cry.
Trevor's moving. He's still going.
Yeah, but look, I mean, he's at 16 seconds now. Behind. Robert Raider. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. Raider just has it on a rail. I don't know. It's just he is right now flying. I mean, 17 seconds he's ahead now. And I don't know if Earhart's going to be looking to come down pit here pretty soon. Oh. All right. Well, hopefully some people will visit the Racing Revolution gift shop.
Yes.
They're might have a chance of some couple of fenders, a bunch of rear bumpers, definitely some tires, and I believe only one roof. That's what they're saying.
So far, yes. Oh. So Earhart's trying tricky here. Justice has put us in on the no. He also asks if you can give us the last lap times.
I am trying my best here. Let me see if I can.
Oh,
let me see if I can
okay.
grab them. Let's see if I can give us last lap times. Yeah,
So
he knows what I'm using. He probably uses the same thing here. I had to come up with something
Yeah.
here. That way we
So-
at least had something.
Yeah, so
am-
we're looking at Trevor's saving gas, hoping that Raider needs to pit, and then he can swoop by. But we don't have the pit road as well as the pit. There we go, pit lane times, do we?
No. Cannot
Okay.
grab pit lane times.
Okay, I just wondered, with an 18-second gap, can Raider get in, get a splash, get back out before he is
At
passed?
18 seconds now, yeah, there's a pretty good possibility.
Chance. Okay,
His lane time is going to be the question.
correct. Yeah,
Yeah,
pit
he'll-
time, no
yeah.
problem.
Yeah, he'll be in the box for less than 5 seconds. But him slinging back out, that'll be different. So we'll keep an eye on some of our last laps here. Yeah, and what Justice is saying, there may be a shuffle between the two. Is Trevor's trying to save some fuel, and Raider's still pushing to try to extend his lead. There we go. Starkovich just landed a time about 1:37 out there.
Oops, and just lost a place.
Yuck.
We're heading into pit. Okay. Yeah,
Just
very
continuing on. There's our last lap time between our two guys.
cool. Okay. It doesn't give me much time there, does it?
Now I have it set for, it's supposed to be giving me about 30 seconds. But they are separated by 17, so it's gonna...
Yeah. It's just like running through a small town, man. I blinked and I missed it.
And we'll see if Rob can make it here. 7 laps left to go here in the race. And, trying to do some... Trying to figure out how they're gonna get it here.
He's got that S turn down, though, boy.
He's able to shave it off right there, but I don't know, it's not going well. Checking out there on SDK and still unable to get anything going. Hey, Caleb Gilbert. All right.
Yep.
128 right now, faster than the leader.
Yeah, but... There we go. All right.
You know, I think we're all still holding our breath if Robert can make it here on fuel.
Yes. Yes. 6 more laps to go.
Yeah, he has got to be struggling right now. I don't know. If he's going to be able to make it or not. I mean, this is yuck. This is
Yeah. Justice thinks he's going to have to come in. And Trevor is taking a little bit of his time back. From 18, he's back to 16.
I know. Well, what are ways that you can save fuel? Stop shifting as much. You know, clutch it around the turns more than really having to break as much into these turns. I mean, he's still holding out to a solid 17-second lead here. But, you know, is it? I mean, how could Raider now start saving fuel? How can he get back? You know, get back in the swing and try to extend it here.
You are asking the wrong lady.
Yeah, I would assume probably shifting up would be a lot better. You know, just you know, trying to put it in 4th or 5th a lot sooner instead of, you know, double tapping down to 2nd and having that hard pull he's had the whole time.
Whoa. What happened to Trevor?
Yep, I know. We're getting ready to move back to the number 21 machine.
Okay.
Pit.
Ah.
Trevor had to pit, and he missed the
I
box.
missed the box.
Bro. So right now,
Sorry.
wow.
Okay.
Well,
Oh
I would
my.
probably say, seeing that there, that is,
The kiss of death?
yep.
Or-
Well, Raider is now going to be able to comfortably pit here. Come down pit, take a quick splash of fuel. He doesn't miss his box. I mean, he had the 17-second lead. That cost another second and a half. Earhart missing his box.
Why is 84 sitting in the corner? Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Oh, he may have been getting out of the way. I mean, the
Okay.
leaders are coming up the back there. You let them on by. So
Yeah.
yeah, you're thinking he slid and slammed on the wall.
I
There's
don't
no
know. I
possibility.
maybe he just stopped to watch the race. I don't know.
Yep.
I mean, I've heard of start and park, but that's that was a little different.
Yep. Right now, everybody is assuming that Raider is going to have to pit here. Right now, it's kind of why we got our eyeballs on the leader here, Robert. Seeing if he is going to have to come down and bring it into the pit box here. I'm waiting to see if if he has to or not here. I don't know. Boy, the amount of time he's been out there. I think the last time they came down for any sort of fuel was lap 30. I wonder if he's going to sling past Pitt again. That's why I got my eyeballs on him.
I
if
don't
he slings
know.
past Pitt one more time, man, I just don't know how much farther you can stretch it out.
Not a clue. Yeah, they I mean, if they were doing 17 laps.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, okay. I mean, my math isn't that bad, but 17 and 17 is 34, and we're at 46. So,
Man. We'll see. 34 seconds. Earhart's behind 31. Oh, here we go. He's got to splash and go here.
there we go.
18 seconds, and Robert's back out on the track.
Wow.
Yep, that's it. 18-second lead now. Right now, Earhart wishing he could come up with something here as you see him passing pit lane now. Wow. Raider with a dominating performance here tonight. All 50 laps.
Yeah. We actually have a couple people back on the lead lap, though, which is nice.
Yeah, Sirkovich and Grant Thorpe, but I don't know
Yes.
if they are going to have to pit.
I don't know. Fuel calculator might have it down.
Grant Thorpe, the fuel calculator. I know it does show the I rating though, but check out Trevor Keith. That dude is
Yep.
below 1,000 I rating here, and he's still rocking it here in the top. It's still in top 10 with the Race and Revolution rating. I mean, that's awesome.
That's saying something. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Raider. Yeah, he just had to check up there. I saw his eyes shifting real bad. Something was happening out there. Daggone.
Hopefully he wasn't
this thing. Oof.
looking at you guys.
Dang. Look at this.
Oh, and John Fike actually had an issue with going into pit. He forgot to uncheck his tires. That's why we saw that. So, and he said when he came back out that they were cold and it was like driving on ice. So,
Who was this?
John Fike.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Man. That is heartbreaking. But I think what gets me is the amount of practice these guys put in. Practice and try to get fast. I mean, and some guys you see just one bad turn, like Alex Forget. He's out there saying,
Yep.
he wishes he could restart that one. I mean, it's just unable to. He's gonna be unable to kick that back. I mean, Jeremy Burns, he's still out here driving. I mean, awesome job here by Burns. All he's doing is waiting it out, and he's still moving up. So 13th spot for Jeremy Burns here.
Yeah.
He still has. He can still hold his head up about a 13th place finish. I mean, it's working out pretty well. I mean, if he could pick up, past Brandon Dunford or somebody else ends up getting killed here.
Oh.
Well, destroyed out of the race, he would at least have at least half the field of the 24 that originally started.
Yeah, like Hudgens there is driving in a half a car.
Yeah. Oof. Hudgens kisses the wall one more time.
Maybe a third of a car.
Yeah, Hudgens, he's trying to keep that thing going in one direction here. That thing is blasted to pieces.
Thing. Oh. That was not a good little tag by Mr. Burns.
Burns?
Yeah, back there he hit the wall right before you changed over here to Trevor.
Oh.
Yep. He was just doing a little trading paints.
Yeah, I get you. Boy.
Yeah, I'm dying tonight. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think Grant Thorpe's going to be able to get himself a top 5 finish here. Hot dog.
Nice.
Still rocking here. I believe just one lap left to go.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yep, here he comes down the front stretch. White flag is out. I know some of you guys might be wore out. I know this is something we're seeing here. This is pretty wild. I mean, a dominating performance here by the number 53 Ford here of Robert Rader. That is just absolutely unbelievable. Looks like he's catching up to Grant Thorpe out there. So Thorpe trying to scurry away before he ends up with lap down.
Yeah, I like seeing those brakes glow. That's pretty wild.
Oh yeah, they're on them. They're pretty hard.
Well, one thing we can say, not a single caution tonight.
No, but I think some would have preferred one.
Possibility.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy, what a run. What a run here tonight.
Whoa. You know that's an idea, Justice. I just wonder if Patrick has the nerve to do it.
Of course.
Challenge.
Of course. We'll
right.
poke out there, and I won't even mention it was Justice's idea.
No?
Nope. All right, here he comes. Boy, smoked the doors off everybody on this race.
What?
I mean, blew the doors off.
Yes, he did.
See if we can catch some of that radio chatter.
Good one, Rob.
Good job, Rob.
Don't you let him beat you, Grant. Make the other Grants proud. I'm trying. Only you knew whose hand scheme that really was.
Hey, Rob, make sure you contact Rob for your Dash4Cash win. Will do, Nick. Thanks for the heads up.
They're getting on each other about who's getting paid for this one.
Oh.
Dang.
Well, now my question is, is it always the 4 drivers that won the race before this, that became the Dash4Cash, for each race? Is it just those 4?
It's just those
Or-
4 for those races.
Okay, so it's not the top 4 of this race goes to the next race for Dash for Cash.
No,
Okay.
the four that ended up getting the Dash for Cash positions, the best finisher out of those 4 for the next 4 races ends up getting a little bit of juice.
Okay.
Yeah. Alrighty, let's go ahead through our lineup. Robert Rader, Trevor Earhart, Caleb Gilbert, and Jacob Sirkovich. Our guys 1 through 4. Moving on to 5th, Grant Thorpe. Good Lord, somebody just blew apart.
Yes.
Grant Thorpe, Nick Alves, Trevor Keith. I'm sorry, boy, that was a wicked hit.
Yes, it was.
Moving on. Matthew Robinson, Dylan Smoot, and it looks like Kevin Orlando. Orlando got knocked way out here. Kind of in the weeds a little bit for him. Grant Turner, Jeremy Burns, 12th place finish. Hey, Burns did make it. Looks like Brandon Dunford, he ended up into the 13th position, the number 56 machine. Devin Hudgens, John Fike, and Tay McDonald. Tay McDonald, I think he had to check out for the night, and that definitely was a hard run for him. Travis Gilbert, Parker Johnston, Chris Schaefer, rotating on through our field here. That puts us with Nick Shell. Right. Oh, boy. Man, what a rough. What a
missed
terrible look here. Is that
Israel.
Israel?
Yeah,
that's
Israel in
Jeffrey
20th.
Yeah, I like how it says J Jr. That's all it gives
Yes.
me. What a bunch of junk. Good Lord. That puts us with Beck, Likens, and Alex Forget rounding out our top 24. Wow.
Well, our only 24. Yeah, I'm just going to go home now.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep, that's it for you. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and chase down some of our drivers here, and we'll get Alrighty, everybody, and we have caught up with our 3rd place finisher, Caleb Gilbert. Man, these Chapman Environmental Services cars were on a roll here tonight. But this track being new to some drivers, and especially new to the guys out there in the real cars. Talk to me about tonight.
Oh, that was a long one. It was a rough one. My car definitely hurts a little bit. I think everybody's does. That was a battle of a little bit of endurance and a lot of not losing focus.
Dude, as bumpy as this track was, I mean, how hard was it to handle it out there?
Oh, man. I mean, especially with the cold tires, that's by far the hardest part. You hit one thing wrong and you're done. I was holding on for dear life there at the start. I didn't want to make any aggressive moves. But my left foot is a little bit sore, which was unexpected because, I practiced a good bit. And, just that same repetition over and over. It was tough. Tough for sure.
All right, well, there's no cruise control for the next race to help your foot here as we head to Atlanta Super Speedway. Super Speedways bring everybody out of the woodwork here. You kind of, what has Element X done to prepare for this?
Oh, I don't know if you can prepare. We'll sit down with fuel strategy and, what's the best way to take the stage and split that up. So we'll get to that. And then really it's a mix of control the race if you can up front with us four if possible. And I don't think Burns is going to be there, so we're going to be down a man. So maybe we'll pick somebody up. But yeah, that's one of those races where it seems like every time we go there, me and Rob, Burns is there. 1 and 2 in the stage. I know at least at Daytona and at Atlanta 1, that was the case. And then you get towards the end of the race, and that's when all the carnage happens. So if we could stay up front, that would be great. But if not, it just comes down to avoiding it.
Man, oh man, oh man. All right, man. Give me your shout outs here, and let's get you ready for that.
Shout out to the team first and foremost. They have, especially Rob and Jeremy. Those guys worked really hard this week. I tried to learn what I could, but unfortunately, I started running the 128 2s and 3s towards lap 40, so I picked it up a little bit late. But shout out to them. Fuel strategy got me to jump Sirkovich. So shout out to those guys. Awesome job preparing. Hate it for Burns that he ended up caught in somebody else's stuff. I was underneath the car at one point as well, so I feel him there. Shout out to all the sponsors. Coastal Financial for doing the Dash4Cash. I fell short to Rob. He should give me the money. He won the race. It's only fair. But we'll be in it next week. All bets are off. I got to get it next week. You guys up in the booth, you guys do an awesome job. I'm sure that was a long one, really strung out race. So I appreciate you guys keeping everybody tuned in and focused on what's going on the track. And other than that, all the sponsors, same as always. Appreciate y'all.
Oh yeah, appreciate you, Caleb. And when you go back and see this broadcast, if I get a 5 out of 10, I think I would be in good shape. Appreciate it, bud, and hopefully we'll catch you next week.
I had a guy 20 seconds in front, 20 seconds back. I get it.
Dude, I had my overlays down.
Don't blame you. Don't blame you. Blame Rob and Trevor for being like 50 seconds ahead. That's their fault.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah, there we go.
Appreciate it, bud.
See ya.
All right, that is going to be Caleb Gilbert there. Moving on to our second place finish here with Trevor Earhart. Man, he had a heck of a race here tonight. Definitely plenty of trouble out there on the track for him, and a couple of dented up panels here. Talk to me about this race here, Trevor. This was a tough one from the beginning.
Yeah, I'm sweating a little bit. It was fun. I mean, it was a lot of fun. It was a workout. Kind of upset with the result. I think we were pretty equal there with Rob pretty much all night. Got on the wall a couple times. He got on the wall a couple times. Just lap traffic didn't. I didn't catch lap traffic in the greatest of spots all night long, and he got through it pretty cleanly. I got caught up with Devin down there in turn 7, I think, and nothing any of us could have done. It's just such a tight spot to get a car going from there, and lost. I think we went from about 3 seconds to about 10 seconds behind him, and at that point, I was just gonna ride around and make sure we got the car home in one piece in second place. Made a couple more mistakes, but overall, I can't complain. Didn't get as much practice in this week as I wanted to. I was super sick between Friday and Tuesday night, so practice was pretty limited for this race. But with that, I'm super happy to come out of here with a second place finish.
All right, let's talk about something a little bit off topic. We took a little look at Tay McDonald, and you kind of have the same shifter that he does. Definitely that a sequential shifter there to the side. But you were using the paddles tonight. How big of a difference is it when you're running a road course in these cars?
It's a difference. I felt like mainly for here, with how bumpy it was, having both hands on the wheel was a little smarter than one off, trying to get through the gears. And with the practicing I was doing, I come to find out I was being a little bit too over aggressive, and I couldn't get the car to downshift quick enough for me using the sequential shifter as I was liking it. So I started practicing with the paddles. Turned out I was just overdriving the car and being a complete idiot. But after you run about 40 laps with the paddle shifter compared to your sequential, I wasn't going to change anything going into tonight. So we stuck with it. We'll see if we keep it for the road courses. I don't know how I feel about it. I kind of like it, kind of don't. But I think for here, with how bumpy it was and tight it was, it was probably the safer play than trying to reach down there and grab a gear and grab the wall at the same time.
Yeah, right, and that's kind of what I noticed as Tay was having to let go of the wheel. He was fighting around the turns, and you could see that the force feedback was then jerking him around pretty bad. And I just thought maybe the paddles might be a better option to have two hands on the wheel the whole time. But second place finish, we head to Atlanta. Talk to me real quick. How do we get your team up to the front here, and maybe a 1-2-3?
Man, Atlanta's it's interesting because it's the super speedway, but it's not, and track position is going to be super important. I know Schaefer and Parker both tonight met an untimely fate with the wall at some point during the course of the race, and both of them didn't get the finishes tonight. But I know Schaefer was having a good run there in Atlanta last season until I think some last lap contact through the tri-oval occurred and took him out. So I expect Schaefer to be up there at the front. Parker and I do really, fairly decently at the super speedways. We'll have Levelin back next week as well. So I think the four of us, if we can work together, we'll have something. But it's just gonna be interesting. It's gonna come down to, I think, some depending on how the cautions fall, it could come down to some pit strategy and how you get on and off pit road. And that was a little bit of an issue for me when we went there in the first part of the season. We'll see if we can clean that up this time around and not make any mistakes. But it should be fun. It's gonna be close, tight racing, so I'm looking forward to it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
this time around, you'll be eligible for the Dash4Cash.
I know. It's been such a interesting couple of weeks for me. I'll go on we'll grab a win, grab a top 3, and we'll get right. We'll have a couple of incidents, and we'll get a good finish, and we'll have a couple of incidents. So I'm hoping we can quit doing this roller coaster. We can just stay on a consistent a high here and just keep in the top 5. But with it being a super speedway, I'm just going in there, and we're gonna try to stay up front, keep our nose up front. And hey, if we have to bump somebody to get a win, gosh dang it, I'm gonna bump somebody to get a win.
Here we go. Here we go. He's calling it out. Shout out,
I was
Tom.
going to say the challenge is laid.
Shout out, Tom. I'm not gonna egg it on.
Hey, I gotta give a shout out to Rob. I know talking to him and his team, he put in a lot of work this week. So I got to give him a huge shout out. He drove a heck of a race. Really wish I could have stayed a little bit closer to him. I think we would have had a fun time battling. It's always fun when I get to race with Rob. As much as we talk trash about one another, it's always good hard racing between the two of us. But congrats on him on getting the win. Thanks as always to you and Stella and the whole Simtrax team for the broadcast week in, week out. They're fantastic to go back and watch. Definitely gonna have to go back and watch and see some of the carnage that ensued tonight here at Chicago. I got to thank everybody in the league for showing up. I think 25 cars tonight. It's a street race at Chicago. I know there were a lot of people done and out of this thing after lap 2 or 3. But a huge shout out to everybody showing up and supporting the league week in, week out. This wouldn't be possible without everybody taking part. All the admins, all our sponsors, Chapman Environmental Services, Ultimate Siding and Gutters, Butt Kicker, and I believe Nick for sponsoring the Dash4Cash. It's fun events like this that make it worthwhile every week. And as always, I got to give a huge shout out to my friends and family that are at home watching week in, week out. My grandparents in Houston, my nephew, my sister, and brother-in-law down in Austin. My mom and dad, of course, just 30 minutes down the road from me. They call me. I'm sure I'll get a phone call from my dad here in about 20 minutes going, so you could have done better, huh? So looking forward to that one. But I got to give a shout out to them for supporting me every week, and we'll come out next week and see if we can get into victory lane.
All righty, man. Good luck to you, and we'll let you go start practicing, man. Take it easy.
All right, thanks, guys.
And find your hat.
It's somewhere in here.
Gotta egg that on. Damn. All right, Trevor.
All right, y'all take care.
Take it easy. Why you gotta give Trevor such a hard time here?
That's my job.
Holy cow. All right, let me see if we can find the 53 out here. Find out where he is.
I was going to ask you one of two things. One, we could do one small plug for Coastal Financial. And 2, I have a bit of an update on that Dash4Cash.
Okay.
So which would you like to do?
First, I want to answer Daniel Holloway if he reaches a hold of the Racing Revolution League out there on Facebook. Would probably be the easiest way. I know one of their social media guys there with probably either Grant Thorpe or Nick Alves will be able to get in contact with you, and they'll see if there's a way they can work you into the league, get your number squared away. I would say that you're the way some driving has been that you have been around, they don't do here. We'll just leave it at that. Might be kind of a thing to poke in there. We can discuss that at a later date. And I would like to also note that Mr. Forget is saying after that last interview, he says, I hope he doesn't get mad if others do it to you. I think a little scuffle happened during the Daytona run where there's a little bump and run there, and that caused a whole lot of trouble there. Go ahead and give me that plug there, Stella.
Sure. Coastal Financial provides financial services to individuals and businesses who are looking to improve their current financial position, achieve their financial goals, or just protect their families and businesses in these uncertain times. You can find them on coastalfinancial.com and also on Facebook under Coastal Financial.
All right. We're leading everybody to Facebook. There's always something on Facebook, but somebody right now who's not too worried about Facebook now. Here is Robert Rader. Almost just about every lap led here, man, here at Chicago Street. Bumpy track, nasty turns, but you seem to command and conquer and by over a 15-second lead here. Talk to me about it.
It was awesome, man. It was so cool. I'm more excited about this race than any other race we've done in this league so far. I haven't wanted to win a race as bad as I wanted to win this one, and put a lot of time and effort into practicing for it. And big shout out to Jeremy Burns. We did a lot of practice together over the last 2 weeks. Like I told you, I didn't really practice Nashville Super Speedway at all. I spent that whole week on Chicago. And Jeremy, it's a shame he got caught up in that stuff early on, lap one, because he probably had me on speed. If not, I think he put down like an absolutely ridiculous lap there with a couple of laps to go. Crazy speed, but he helped a lot, just bouncing stuff back and forth, and he found some good speed in a couple of parts of the track that helped me a lot tonight. So shout out to him too.
Yeah, and Jeremy just unfortunately got the worst of it there. Not as bad as Alice Forget, just a little early of a turn there, and we saw that actually, in real life, a couple of drivers kind of bouncing off. I think it was Ty Dillon. I think it was him who was ricocheted off the wall, ended up in some trouble. We saw Hamlin smash the wall. Kurt Busch went up to the windshield and the tires, but you came pretty much unscathed this race. I mean, a little nudge there on the left front fender, but really no trouble here tonight. You did find some fast points. Where was your strongest point on this track?
So, under braking, really. I mean, just any of the long braking zones, I was getting deeper into the corners than pretty much everybody else. And then we got spread out, so it was kind of hard to say where else the speed really was. But, shout out to Trevor today, too. I know he kind of got caught up with a lap car that kind of took him out of us really battling to the finish. So that sucks. And he had a ton of speed, too. But it seemed like I was a little bit faster than him on the tight side of the course, the back side of the course. So I'd assume that's where I was making time on guys. But to be honest with you, we got so spread out after that wreck early that I never really got to compare to other guys too much. So I'm not exactly sure where the time was being made or lost.
Yeah, it was a lot of battles out there, and I would like to have seen you and Trevor get a lot closer to the end. But you were almost.
I wouldn't, but. That's okay.
I understand. A little closer. We kept looking. All right, well, he's ahead by about 3 seconds. Now it's 7 seconds. Now it's 17 seconds. And it was you were catching the lapped cars kind of on the straightaways and able to make the pass. By the time he caught them, they were in the turns, and it jammed him up, and he's having to back up his turn so much farther. Downshift again to try to see if he can sling past him. It was just bad timing every time he got close to a lapped car. But we leave Chicago Street here. The first time you guys race it, you win the first one here. So it seems that 53 Ford is coming back and coming back pretty strong here for the kind of really middle of the season.
Yeah, finally. I mean, like I said, I put so much time and preparation into this one. This one just a whole 2 weeks of everyone in the league just saying, this racetrack sucks. It's too difficult. And I'm just like, I really want to win the most difficult race just to do it, So hang my hat on that. And you brought up some, wrecks and lap cars and stuff. I just, I want to say that all the lap cars tonight that I came up on were super respectful. Got out of the way in a clean fashion and in a good place to get out of the way. So big shout out to everybody. I think we lapped up to like 5th, so if I named them all, it might be a little long, but they all did a really good job at just, not being the story, which is good.
Yeah. And it really was awesome, and sometimes it just takes communication. But as we leave Chicago Street, man, we head to Atlanta Superspeedway. To me, I've always called that the farm of the iRacing netcode. How does Element X and you match up to that track next week?
Well, it seems like every time we go to a super speedway race, it's Caleb Gilbert and I up front, and then the rest of the team kind of like comes and goes, and then something happens and either Caleb or I win. So we'll probably do that again, and hopefully not get wrecked at the end of one of these things. I know not the last time we went to Atlanta Superspeedway, but the time before, we had a pretty cool photo finish with Kevin. I know Kevin will be really fast there. But honestly, I don't really care. I'm gonna start practicing on Watkins Glen, and we'll just show up at Atlanta Superspeedway and the day of, and put the pedal all the way down and do whatever that is. I don't know why that racetrack exists, so we'll just go and do that, and get ready for the next one and hope it goes well. I know the team will show up and do well. So. All
right, man. Well, I'd like to see a sleeper, somebody unusual make it, especially Jeffrey Israel. Getting a top 3, if not a win. I think that would be kind of a poke in everybody's eye if they're able to do it. Robert, congratulations on your win here tonight at the first round of the Dash for Cash. Give me your shout-outs here at the end.
Yeah, big shout out to Coastal Financial for the Dash for Cash thing. Super cool mid-season stretch. I'm not entirely sure who finished 4th, who's going to be included in that, but awesome. Let's see, that Jacob's the kind of guy who could come out and win at Atlanta Superspeedway and surprise everybody too. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, big shout out to Simtrax Broadcasting. You guys do an awesome job every week. I know you were dealing with some stuff, with some hiccups and whatnot earlier on, and I'm sure you handled it with grace, as you always do. And then, Chapman Environmental Services sponsoring the car, the team, the league. Couldn't do it without them. Ultimate Siding and Gutters does a lot for us. Butt Kickers got the prize up for us. And then you have the Earhart Group. Shame that we couldn't battle it out. Just totally mano a mano there. But once again, glad to beat Trevor any opportunity I have.
All righty, Rob.
Well, on that note, though, Patrick has something to ask you.
Okay.
Oh, boy. Oh.
I'm getting a little scared now.
I was going to say, where is it? What? I lost it. No, Stella, where'd it go?
I have it.
Okay, yeah. Ask him what I was supposed to ask. I have lost it here.
We're supposed to ask you post-race. How far behind Justice Murphy would you have been if he had been there?
If you ask Justice, he would have lapped me and the rest of the field. But in reality, he probably would have finished 2nd like he normally does.
Boom.
Here we go. Here we go.
When you go back to watch this, make sure you watch it on YouTube so you can see the chat that was going on tonight. It was a riot.
I bet it was.
No other words for it. They were in rare form.
Yeah, somebody released Wayne and Justice.
Oh, good. Yeah, Wayne's always, just ban him. Yeah, you can just go ahead and ban him. Yeah, it's funny. I was telling the guys on like lap 20 in our team chat. I was like, I can't wait for this race to be over for Justice to talk about how he would have won if he was here, which is what he always does. But yeah, average finish of 2.0, baby.
Yes.
Anyway,
All right.
All right,
Well,
Rob.
he took care of it there, Justice. So
There we go. See you at the Glen.
look, I'll just say, he could have been the first person to pile into Alex Berube. That would have been like the best opportunity he would have had, I think.
ouch.
Someone had to be the first one there. It was Jeremy tonight, so there you go.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
We'll just start it up. Just keep stirring the pot.
I know. It's
Yes.
not
Yes.
stopping.
At this point, we're into the
You
bubble
haven't kicked me out yet,
toilet
so we're just
trouble.
still going. We can keep going. How much time do y'all have?
I don't know, but I'm watching the viewers go thump, thump, thump.
Yeah. Well, I'm
I would
watching
too.
the studio to see if Justice Murphy joins on his phone, and here we go. He says, "Give him to me." Rob, appreciate you, man. Congratulations on your win, and
Thank you.
hopefully we'll catch up with you next week, my man.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Alrighty, that's going to do it here for Rob. Excellent job here by Rob getting this one underway and really underneath his belt. Appreciate you guys hanging on there. I know it looked a little bit different than what it normally does, but hopefully we're still able to bring you a little something here tonight. Next Wednesday, you will find us at Atlanta Super Speedway for the Slurp 200 130 laps. Lap 30 will be our stage. Of course, 5 tires for us. We'll be setting down pit, and we will continue that Dash for Cash. Stella, I'll let you cue us in on the Dash for Cash next time we find everybody here at Simtrax Broadcasting. But that's going to do it for us for tonight. Appreciate you all joining us. Be well, be safe, be kind, and I'll catch all you guys next time.